Good morning, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans, and welcome to the Final Fantasy Randomizer Irongol Heavy Metal Championship. We got a heck of a race today. We have Groggy Dog, the CTO of the Center for Competitive Forfeiting, using his very first Irongol challenge against Caleb, the CEO of the Center of Competitive Forfeiting, and we're running free airship, basically our version of free enterprise flags. It's gonna be so good. And joined with me in the booth today is Danny383. How's it going, Danny?
Going well. So, running on a little bit of sleep, so I'm running on enthusiasm this morning. Last week we had these two playing on the same team. This week we got them fighting each other out in the Irongol. It's a good way to start a Sunday.
Looking at our party real quick, we got Black Belt Rainbow, and that might seem like we have some sort of drafting shenanigans afoot, but due to the nature of the flag set, because there's no out in the world encounters, and there's no, well, there's only one loose item, and there's a lot of like weird stuff in the pool, so we might not even need that loose. Black Belt is the class to go with, and Rainbow is just for safety. And it looks like we're going to be getting the runners out of the gate anytime now. We're going to be lifting the gate very shortly. So, Danny, you've done the free enterprise style flag set before. What's the first thing you kind of look for as soon as the gate lifts?
For me, like any seed, it's what magic I'm going to have. Level 1, because you kind of need that to get your feet off the ground. But that, and then with these flags, you need to arm sharp, do those quick things, but then you, like you said, you have the free airship, so it's really kind of head into any direction you really kind of want.
I think for me, it's a question of, yeah, level 1 magic for sure, but then I'd be looking at all the easily gotten key items that I can lay claim to, like Bicky, like Sarda. See if I can get some turn-ins out of that, turn those in, stuff like that. And then maybe consider a trip to Temple of Fiends for Garland. Unless level 1 magic is super powered, then I'll give Garland a go first. And we're off. White magic, we got Harm 3? Question mark. Black magic, we've got Quake and Temper. Maybe stop if we're feeling zesty.
Something tells me neither are feeling very zesty this morning.
Yeah. It's real hard to justify a stop purchase, especially with no encounters. But we need that Harm 3 on that White Mage, because that White Mage is going to need something to do, and if we find like an undead grind tile, it's going to be really good. Armor Shop, got Pro Rings. For later, we got gloves +3 for now. That's not bad.
Especially this time of year, keep your hands warm.
Yeah, it's cold outside. Dress warm. Weapons we got. Scimitar +4 is better than a poke in the eye.
So far, not much to write home about in Temple of Fiends. It's a little bit of money, but nothing I'd be upset if I didn't have.
Groggy Dog already quaking Garland as Caleb did a little bit of party jiggling. I can't help but wonder if that red mage is not long for this world. And it looks like... Yep.
Let's go say, got a ruby from the king and a chime from Sarah.
Hey, trip to Titans.
Caleb just saying, I don't care what's in the boxes, and going straight for Garland.
Right. There is one loose, potentially. But it might not be something we want, so it's a good idea to kind of check all the stuff we know about, because we need the chime, we need the cube, we need the Oxiel, we need the rod, we need the loot and the key. And then we're off to the races. We already got the chime, so that's one piece of really, really good news. Level 2 white magic, we've got life 2. And X-Fur if we're feeling very zesty.
And
Meanwhile,
black
Nuke and
magic.
Fast.
Yeah. This just got real good.
Gonna
That
But-
and that red mage. I think it just became a little more valuable to keep it if he was planning on getting rid of it. Because I'd rather have that red mage with life 2 nuke fast than I would that white mage right now.
Mhm.
No offense to those who like white mages, but
No, Caleb keeping the red mage out front. Either we're trying to dan the red mage, or we're trying to protect the black mage while it's low level to make sure it gets those couple first levels off the ground.
chat asking what's up with Caleb's sprites not walking backwards. Well, he opted to not walk backwards or take eggs today. Although, frankly, I approve of the party he's taken with him today. It's real good. Like the names. Like he knows that they know how to go on an adventure.
So chain +1 is real good news for that red mage. The silver +4 is a little expensive, but going to be very, very good for the rest of the party. And it looks like we're getting... Well, we're doing a little bit more... The delayed purchase of white magic was either we're looking for an item or we're not too sure about this white mage. But Groggy wins the foot race to Titan. Gonna feed our big best friend 20 bucks, a tent, an opal -5, and the cube. All right, buckle up. We headed to Sky.
Yeah, normally that's a lot of people's like, hey, we've got a cube, we've got a gem, that's where we're heading. I try real hard to be on Team Sky, but unfortunately for me, it doesn't always work out that well. I think maybe I just don't believe hard enough. I'm not sure. Hello, hooray!
Hooray!
3 times for good luck. I hear that's the way you're supposed to do it.
It's worth noting that Groggy Dog let the Hooray Dwarf take a step between each Hooray. That really stretches them out. Some say that's the biggest bang for your buck.
So, we turn in our adamant, we get our TNT. Thank you, lazy dwarfs, make our lives a little easier. Then we get Teneric and we get an opal, plus something helmet, which at this point is nothing more than vendor money because we don't have a party member who can wear it.
Level 3 magic, we got Lit 2 and Zap, I guess.
I had Cure 4 and Fade at White Magic. That Cure 4 is Red Mage learnable. That White Mage is the only one who's ever learning Fade, so I think it just made itself a little more useful.
At least the White Mage has offense now. Red learnable exit is even worse news for that White Mage. I know Caleb has the Red Mage out in front. I'm looking at maybe putting the White Mage out in front because it's kind of our fifth wheel at this point.
Yeah, and Lit 3 and Warp at level 4. So yeah, everything other than Fade on that Red Mage could learn. The White Mage, the only thing it's learning is Fade that Red Mage can't learn. And with level 2 Nuke, I'm not real worried about that. So if I was going to say an early goodbye to a character, it would be the White Mage.
Question in chat. Sorry if you said already, what are the boss hit point percents and stats? Bosses are clamped at 250%. Regular old enemies are 40 to 250%. So everything's going to be kind of a mountain to overcome, but especially bosses.
Good thing we've got a black belt that can punch things.
We got Black Belt who has done Seent things like that level too fast. Did we find Temper? No, we found Temper.
Yes, we did.
Temper was level 1. Yeah.
Yep. And we have a key.
E.
Conveniently located in Marsh if you're feeling like you want to check the Marsh lock. There we go. And thankfully, neither tile that we've run into on either of these or anything that, is going to obliterate our very low-level party.
Meanwhile, Caleb headed to Volcano. Caleb is probably on the hunt for a tile to park at.
Got the crown, which if he starts looking for tiles, that gives him 2 he can check with his crown turn in. Groggy, I'm assuming either doesn't have exit or doesn't have levels for exit.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't have levels for exit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Caleb finds 1 to 2 Irongols. It'll be a great party grind. That black belt is going to be hard pressed to take it by itself until it's already level 32, probably.
Yeah, it felt bad that the one member that it took out was the one who probably wants a lot, like needs all those levels on. And our fetch quest continues. Our crown is turned into a bottle.
That's perfectly okay. Looking at the scaling, we're getting plus 20% per key item. So the more we do these fetch chains, like if we do 5 fetch chains, those Irongols are going to be worth double what they're worth right now. So I like the running around, digging for incentives first, and then worrying about tile locations. Speaking of worrying about tile locations, what do we got out of this Northwest Castle? That's not good. I mean, it'll do for like a drive-by nuke, but the other one, ooh, it's 5 to 9, bad man. Okay, Frost is a little ungood.
We'll say if everybody doesn't die and we can get maybe some nukes off, that might be okay. But
okay,
Eagle Man had other ideas.
Okay, if we had ribbons, I would maybe look at that tile. Although it looks like these Irongols are going down really fast. The problem with the Irongol tile is it is the definition of feast or famine. If you only get 1 Irongol, it's not that much experience. If you get 2 of them, though, that's when it really shines, and is worth the 5th highest experience of an encounter in the game. So or no, sorry, 4th highest. It's above Gearshark Big Eye, but not by much. So worth noting that even without special scaling or anything like that, and just going in with what you got, Kalo's party is already in the 20s. It's usually kind of a it's a good benchmark where you can keep your party levels matching the timer. This is much better than that. So Caleb's gonna pick up a bunch of house turn-ins. Probably gonna go back to that Irongol tile. Meanwhile, Groggy is in ice. Checking tiles, not finding anything good. I guess the real question at this point is how big is that whole party going to get before we call it good, or before we start losing party members? I can already see that we've jiggled around some party members. We've got the black mage and the white mage out in front, and we're starting to unequip things. But that Irongol refuses to cooperate, is unable to land hits. Comment in chat, Irongol is a little rusty. Is that what that is? Is that magic rust? I mean, regular rust is brown. Is magic rust like that weird teal color? I'd buy that. And coming in... So Groggy's finding lots of gear, but still having no luck finding a serviceable tile. Does find crawls with crack, though. The white mage makes it through. We got life 2 for, well, not for days, but for this at least. Oh, found the slime tile. It doesn't make the top 10 list, but it's alright. And we get the herb. Last I saw Groggy's levels, Groggy was in the low to mid-teens, which feels like an eternity behind where Caleb is right now. But with all these key items we're getting, Groggy's going to catch up, like, immediately once he finds this Irongol tile. And I have to imagine we're going to keep looking until we find it. We might just be burning charges on these slimes on the way out. I wouldn't expect us to stay here very long. We don't have anything for a sustained grind here.
It's hard to say, so what I miss? Well, my internet was mean and booted me out. But it looks like we're coming back just to watch people kill things. It's great.
So Caleb has been grinding on Irongols for a good long while. It's been great. Groggy Dog has been going on Fetch Quest 2012. Is burning charges to get through slimes before exiting Ice Cave.
Is that a bad idea? Especially if they're not don't have too much HP, and like you said, he's got exit, he can just burn his charges, exit out. And with the key items that he has, he'll gain levels on this. Oh no.
So, let's play a game. Okay. That game is called How Many Level 2 Charges Does That Red Mage Have? The answer is none.
Oh boy.
So we're gonna walk out this way.
Groggy, heal. I don't remember what your things are, but you're making me nervous.
We have to not have any heal. No, there's no encounters. Yeah.
One with your low HP, buddy. Go for it.
Go nuts. Throw a party. It's fine. No one is home.
No smart to use that one warp to go out the way he was. That way he didn't have to go across the any of the spike tiles on the way out.
One of them was, I believe the drop down one was the orange Y-worms. I don't think they did anything bad, but still, this was the better play. And we get a canoe.
Now we can explore the river system. If need be.
And Caleb is putting his armor back on, so probably done with that grind.
Groggy finding a sun sword -5 not real great, and found some armor he can mender, so he wanted a little extra cash, he got it.
So now that Caleb's black belt is fully online, we're gonna go right back to Volcano. But we're probably going to do more than just hit that grind tile. Yep, we're going to go punch carry.
Yeah, Groggy with his mini grind money stopped in Elfland, turned in his herb, minted a couple things, bought some things, picked up magic he didn't have, stopped at the party member store, inflated a few of his flattened members, and looks like he's headed to Ordeal. Yeah, there.
So at this point, Groggy, there is some wisdom to loading up on key items before your grind. Caleb got very, very lucky finding the Irongol tile as early as he did, but I still feel like the overall progress of this race, like Groggy could overtake Caleb if we found a grind tile like right now, because the time it would take Groggy to get up to where Caleb is very, very, very short. If I can just look at this tracker real quick, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 260% of scaling
That's
against
a big number.
Against things that are already pretty huge on scaling that's already pretty generous. We'd hit that 32 probably party-wide almost instantly. Meanwhile, versus carry. Yep. Fade not exit and fast. But punch first. 5 hits for 220. That's not a number we wanted. Fade for 120 does things. Nuke for 199 doesn't quite hit. It almost gets there. Incoming hit. 6 hits for 248. The black belt can absorb that, but we're going to cure it just in case. Red takes an enormous melee attack, but a nuke for 268 takes down carry 1. That's not how I pictured that fight going, but it happened.
Groggy checking chest and ice, not finding much. I mean, an ice +2 sword. You can always slap that on a red mage. Hey, look at that. Slapping that on a red mage.
So I think this is a story of two opposing philosophies. Oh, never mind. So looking at the flag set, we don't actually have one loose. We have one extra location. So everything we need is going to be at incentive locations. The only thing I think that our runners might want is a ribbon.
And Groggy just got it in Ordeals. I believe it was a ribbon +1, though it's a little extra pretty today.
It looks like Groggy is going to take the Girlworm fight on the way out. I'm assuming those are not the things that stoned the White Mage.
No, the White Mage was stoned prior. And those seem like very squishy worms.
Groggy committing. So, if I'm Groggy Dog and I'm looking at the timer, we're 21 minutes in, and I have not committed to my black belt grind in an admittedly very fast flag set. I'm starting to panic, and I think we're seeing the results of that, which is anything will do. Anything that's like punchable by a black belt, whatever, we're doing it.
Yeah, that black belt just hit 21 and it's already one-shotting those, so that this is going to be, as long as they... Never mind, I'm not going to say because I don't want to jinx it. But this should be very easy. Like, he should be good going through this. And they can exit right out. It's all good.
So Caleb going on the key item chain that Groggy's already been on, making good time as Groggy finally rids himself of that meddlesome black mage and that meddlesome red mage. Here we go, it's solo grind time!
Oh, that's a lot of...
That's not a lot of heal pots. This is... This is suboptimal, but It's we gotta do it. It's the thing we gotta do.
Now knowing what the heal pod situation is on Groggy's side, like every time one of those hits this black mage, I winch just a little.
Mm-hmm.
When I was little, like my grandmother always say, "Don't keep making that face. It's gonna stay that way." Well, if this is a long black belt crying, like I'm gonna be in a precarious situation later with a very stuck just faces in a winced look. It ain't gonna be pretty.
So we're running low on heal pots, but do we have enough heal pots to make it to 32? Nope, we're hitting the brakes at 31. Or no, sorry, we're taking off the armor because it's holding us back. Yeah, okay. So this fight will take Groggy Dog to 32 as Caleb finds Slab. And it's probably just going to storm right in. No, we're headed to Waterfall first. Alright. I can dig it. Oh, wait. Caleb doesn't have Oxyl, does he? Okay.
He got the bottle, but yeah, if he hasn't been to Gaia to turn that in, that he does not. Feels bad.
Meanwhile, Groggy's Grey Worm grind continues. We just passed 36. I wonder if we're headed all the way to 42 right now.
I would be scared to go that high. I mean, but that's just me because that HP is looking a little low on that black belt, and he is completely out of heals. Oh.
It is. I think if we... So, he probably has a benchmark in his mind. Like, if my hit points hit this threshold, I bail. For me, I think that benchmark would have been 200. Granted, every time we level up, we're getting more armor, so that's making it kinda sorta safer over time, but like if there's a crit, we're gonna feel real bad.
Okay, Caleb does have his Oxyl, so we're good there. Oh, Groggy, please leave.
Groggy, please leave.
Please. Oh, thank you.
And he's leaving at 42.
Hey, it worked out perfect. That was bad for my anxiety.
Meanwhile, turns out Caleb does have the Oxyl because he's storming through Sea Shrine. We're gonna have an amazing hugging contest between this black belt and that Kraken. As Groggy Dog stops at the party member store, are we gonna see that white mage ever come back to life? Seems like a no, as Caleb pulls the Karkin. We're gonna try a double fade nuke punch. Fade for 258, incoming punch, almost takes down that black belt. 6 hits for 525, Kraken is still there. Nuke for 256, Kraken is still there. Fast, just after the nick of time. How about some Cure 4? Cure 4 goes off first. Nuke goes out for 141. Incoming punch destroys the red mage. Outgoing nuke for 130. Punch. 12 hits for 834. Down goes Kraken 1.
That was a very unkind Kraken 1. He hit wrong.
Yeah. That was... I think we would have seen a much different fight if Kraken had managed to one-shot that black belt.
The way he was hitting, we may have seen Kraken twice if he didn't push that black mage. We have Groggy making his way through Volcano the same way Caleb went through Sea with the We Ain't Got Time for Boxes dungeon tours. Unless they're incentivized, which this one just happens to be.
Mm-hmm. And Groggy picks up his mandolin as Caleb's stocking up on level 5 white magic. I see Ruse Wall and Life, and technically Harm 4. That's kind of a loaded level 5. Meanwhile, over in black magic, we got Ice 3, we got Brack.
That'd have been handy a couple minutes ago.
Yeah. Meanwhile, blink and you miss it. Groggy's carry 1 problem is no longer present.
Alright, well, Caleb's trip to... Whatever, got him the crystal. Turned it into Matoya, got him a Vorpal. Not exactly what he needs at the moment. And since I don't see him class changing, is it no point gonna do him any good.
As Groggy is going to be our first brave adventurer into Mirage Tower, followed by Space Cave. Here we go. I keep waiting for encounters that never come. This is the most like disorienting thing about a no encounters flag set is watching it. It's a different mentality when you're playing it because you understand that my only fights are going to be at these locations, but watching it and doing commentary on it, and just like, oh my god, these dives are so ridiculous. Think of all these trash encounters that were. Oh right, they're not there.
Like, that is the longest hero run I've ever seen. Oh wait, that's because there are no encounters.
Yep. So Caleb picks up Defense Sword -1 in Lefane. That is arguably a required item in this flag set. With 250% clamped bosses, we're gonna need a way to safeguard that black belt. Hey, it's a robot. We're gonna try some punch, some fast, and some nuke. No, some temper. Oh, power the punch cannon online. Incoming lightning 2 does lightning 2 things. Punch! 7 hits for 1541, and that was before the temper. See, let's try that again. Punch, wait. Punch! 4 hits for 708 takes down the War Mech. That black belt's almost 50. Here we go. Punch, fast, temper. Nuke is no longer good enough. Fast and temper go off first. Punch! 11 hits for 1896. TO1's still there. They built this TO1 to last. Hold doesn't hold. Punch! 8 hits for 1449. Down goes TO1. Groggy Dog lights his second orb as Caleb, hot on his heels, about to go punch a TO1 to light his third orb.
Alright, so I'm looking at what we have left and what we need.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the tracker.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have Rod in Incentivized Earth?
Maybe. So, Warmech thunders. White Mage casts Invis. We gotta get that black belt a little dodgy. We learned our lesson well from Kraken 1. We're gonna try some nuke, but a little bit of punch. 4 hits for 353. We need more than that. Incoming punch misses. More evasion going off. Outgoing nuke for 294. Let's try. We gotta hit the gas a little bit. We gotta try punching a little bit harder. 4 hits for 456 is not enough to get the job done. A nuke for 130 doesn't get there. A nuke for 117 doesn't get there. This fight's still going on. Warmech counters with Blizzard. Rolls under 100 for everyone but the Black Mage. Gotta do a little bit more healing strats, maybe some Fade and some nuke, but Warmech gets there first with an Inferno. Wipes out all 3 mages. Punch, 3 hits for 333. Still there. Punch, 5 hits for 547. Just gonna be a solo trip to Tier 1.
It sure is. Should be fine. He's got his levels are really good, and he's got that defense sword if he wants to use it to make sure he takes punches a little better. Yeah.
Yep, going defense up first. Incoming punch for only 105. That's not what it needed to be. Hold misses. Defense goes off. The third and final defense is about to go off. Tia 1 only manages a weak little lightning 2. Punch! 3 hits for 551. We know this Tia has somewhere up around 2,000 health. Oop, that's a stun.
Oh.
And that's fast. That'll be bad if Tia ever remembers they can punch ever again. And we break the stun. Okay, we're in business. We dodge the next hold as we punch. 4 hits for 319. This 4 hits for 552. Tia 1 still there. Punch. 2 hits for 134. Not doing good. Tia gets through the evasion with a crit for 142. 2 hits for 36. We're going in the wrong direction. Tia continues to crit through evasion. 2 hits for 36. Oh no. Caleb jiggling the menu around, just making sure that our RNG is reset. 4 hits for 459. Tia 1 still there. 6 hits for 509. Tia 1 terminated. That was close. As Groggy Dog walks up and just casually decks a Kraken for 3,500 damage. About the only thing that in this game that will survive that level of damage at the scaling is Chaos, so I think we're good to go.
Yeah, it's pretty alright. Groggy getting blocked, trying to bring back party members. Townsfolk said, just hold on a second. We'll let you get there in a minute.
The townsfolk of Onrack, or the townsfolk of Onrack are just like, oh my god, did you hear what happened to that Kraken? Some madman just like punched it for 3,500 damage. Let's talk about that. Do you want to hear about that? And
he's just like, no, I was there, saw it happen, got things to do, get out of my way. I'm on a timer, I gotta go. Groggy doing his slab turn in, which will get him a defense sword, which will keep that black belt with 999 health from getting hit a little hard. It's been a while since I've seen one with just all the HP.
Meanwhile, chat theorizing that the NPCs just wanted to show the party their legs. After all, it was just Thanksgiving, and everyone knows that the best part of the turkey is, in fact, the turkey leg, so I could go for a turkey leg right now.
Food sounds good, but caffeine sounds better.
Meanwhile, Caleb apparently decided to storm through ordeals with not a party member in sight.
He sure did.
It's a little ambitious.
Just a smidge. I mean, it's a lot less dangerous doing that without having, encounters. Oh, well, he said I don't want that ribbon, and it's easier to reset out, and there we go.
It's still a bit of a time save. It's one of those things like, when you commit to a dungeon, generally you have to go through the entire thing. You see everything you want to see, and then it still takes time getting out. If you see everything you want to see and realize that none of it is what you want, resetting is a perfectly viable option to kind of minimize the time loss that you took doing that dungeon.
Alright, Groggy. Don't forget. There we go. It's the little things that make me happy. It really is.
Worth reminding those in chat who might not have been here previous. There's 2 gentlemen's agreements in play. The first one was talk to the Hooray Dwarf 3 times, and the second one was dance in the bat party room for, what was it, 5 seconds?
Yes, for 5 seconds.
And our Earth incentive is the tail. Where's the rod? Oh, it's at Sarda. Sarda, who we don't have an early Sarda, so we did have to punch a vampire.
Ah, okay. I did not realize that flag was not on.
Yeah.
There we go. Also, hello everyone who came in with the Wormac Gaming raid.
Welcome to the Final Fantasy Randomizer Irongol Heavy Metal Championship. As Center for Competitive Forfeiting CTO Groggy Dog takes on Center for Competitive Forfeiting CEO Caleb. Their job titles are not actually on the line, but their Irongol rankings for sure are, as both of them are kind of getting through. Basically, all runs are converging on Earth Cave because the rod was in the worst possible place to find it. We looked literally everywhere else it could have been first.
Then we had to go punch a vampire in the face, get ourselves a rock, come back. And you know what the best part is? It meant a double dip for Earth, so we get 2 bat party room dances. It's like the seed new. And I ain't mad at it. Yeah, we're just 1 orb away from both players heading into Temple of Fiends Revisited. And they are literally just 1 floor apart on Earth, so this is gonna be real close.
Caleb remembering that he snubbed the bats in the bat party room. No, Caleb remembering that he hates the bats in the bat party room. Sometimes, look, it's one of those like pro nightclub moves that I learned in college. Whenever you need to make room on the dance floor, you just like football tackle people out of there. Like it'll clear that dance floor fast, and then you're free to dance as much as you want.
Oh, what I'd give for video of that. Alright, and Groggy at the 39-minute 31-second mark headed into Topher. There's been so much happen, it feels like we've been here much longer.
Alright, are we gonna jump the speed bump? No, we're gonna nuke it. I'm gonna microwave that lich a little bit first. Get it all warm on the outside, cold on the inside as we punch. 10 hits, 945. Lich never stood a chance.
Caleb, it might be an airship, but we can't land in the water. I think someone's at houses.
It's fine.
Hey,
Caleb doing his best to crash into anything and everything.
I don't know what L. Markin is, but I bet he's proud.
Meanwhile, Lich 2 was there, now isn't. Such is the story of Lich 2. As Groggy Dog enters the first real boss floor of Topher, the fire floor. Caleb also in Topher, but several floors behind. Groggy Dog makes it to carry. We're going to try some punch, a little bit of fast, a little bit of temper. Gonna take this fight seriously. Punch first, 5 hits for 509. That was not the turn order we want. Buffs happen later. Incoming nuke, turn 1 nuke out of carry, down goes the Black Mage. Punch! 15 hits for almost 3,000 damage, down goes carry 2. And we got some of that life 2, right?
Yeah, that nuke roll on that Black Mage was... oh boy. I think at this point, that White Mage would no longer be a lawn ornament, and at the very least would just be like, we'd put it up front and let it get punched.
That White Mage... Yeah, that White Mage is a pretty amazing lawn ornament, because all we have to do is cast Soft on it, and already we have some more life 2 charges.
Uh-huh.
Kraken-2 time. Fast goes off first. Punch. 4 hits for 862. Evasion detected. Incoming ink does ink things. We're going to try more temper. If we can't hit it often, we'll at least hit it hard. A single crit for 303 takes down Kraken-2. Let's try some Tia 2.
Man, Carry 2 really has it out for the Black Mages today. Because Wadhams didn't make it through that fight either on Caleb's side.
Big punch for 833 on Groggy Dog's side. As Caleb having a little bit of issue. 10 hits for 1,000 damage. Down goes Carry 2. Red Mage is up. Red Mage can do some life 2 things as Groggy makes it to the Chaos floor. Caleb
Listen,
2
Caleb
fiends behind.
that from Carry 2 that Groggy didn't see. They go real iffy there on that party because I don't think he's got a ribbon, and the one he had, he said nope, right out of. So.
He sure doesn't. But onto the Chaos fight. Chaos gets initiative, opens with Lit 2 of all things, Test Punch. 6 hits for 384. We've got some evasion, but not much. We've got a lot of absorb. Fast and temper go off. We need more power. Punch. 14 hits for 1629. Chaos still there. Temper goes off. Temper goes off. More power. All power to the punch cannon. No more power to the punch cannon. Slow 2 misses, but an outgoing punch. 11 hits for 1815. Down goes Chaos. Groggy Dog fishes with a facial GG race time of 43 minutes and 13 seconds. GG to him.
First Irongol race, and it's a win. Big GG to Groggy Dog today.
Mm-hmm. As Caleb takes on Tia 2. Gonna do some Fade strats. Fade Nuke. Fade comes out first for 164. Nuke comes out second for 162. Incoming Punch does a lot of damage to that black belt. Outgoing, 4 hits for 197. That's not good. Fast is gonna help, but we need more hits and we need more crits. We're gonna do a Cure 4 thing. We're gonna do some Temper and a little bit more Nuke. Temper goes off. Incoming Punch. Down goes the black belt. Bit of a disaster. We're gonna need a non-punch based plan. What are we doing? We got some Fade. How about the red mage is out of level 2 charges. Ice 3 goes out for chip damage. Nuke goes out for 354. That was a good roll. Fade goes out for 97. Incoming Punch. That white mage is hanging on, but not by much. We're gonna dang the torpedoes, full speed ahead, no healing. Nuke goes out for 110, Ice 3 goes out for 49. The white mage pays for the sins. We're down to 2 casters, only one of them has Nuke, and neither of them have life. Nuke for 110 happens, Ice 3 for 49 happens. Down goes the black mage, it's just the red mage. Ice 3 goes out for 38 damage, incoming Fire 3 does kind of a lot, almost 150 damage. Ice 3 just hoping to get there for 66. Ink does ink things. It's time for the final Ice 3. Will it get there? 35 damage. It doesn't. Ink does more ink things. What do we got left? Oh, we got some Lightning 3. We got a little bit left in the tank. 32 damage. Doesn't get there. Incoming Ice 2. It's a joke. We're going to do a Cure 4 thing just in case. Lightning 2. Even more of a joke. Outgoing Lightning 3. Incoming Tornado takes us down to 150. Lightning 3 goes out for 59 damage. It's going to do a little bit more curing, but Quad X gets through. We don't have any pro rings. And Caleb throws out the forfeit. Get your GGs out in chat.
Yeah, GG,
that was heartbreaking.
Caleb. That was real rough. Bright side, if it was ever going to happen in a race with 2 players today, it was kind of perfect.
Mm-hmm. And we are joined. We are joined in chat by our winner, Groggy Dog. GG.
Thanks, GG. GG to Caleb. Thanks for everybody for coming out and hosting us.
And we're also joined by Caleb, our second place finisher. GG.
I didn't finish.
I mean, you stopped running. That's technically the end.
If the Army only had those rules. The Army only had those rules for its physical fitness test, I would have been a champ. GG, Groggy. That was a super fun run. Did you also find the Irongols on the very first spike tile you checked?
No, I never found the Irongols. So I had what I think was a pretty serendipitous grind in ordeals. I ground on the worms there. They weren't hitting for too much, but I was able to dan. My white mage was stoned. I danned my black mage and red mage pretty quickly, and then had like just enough heals to get my black belt to 42.
Oh wow.
Just enough heals to get your black belt to 42, but not enough to keep me from being anxious as all get out watching that fight.
I know. I was just like, I don't really want to go, because I saw that they were missing so much, and it got closer than I should have let it. I should have bailed, one encounter earlier, knowing that Warmech and everyone else is going to easily get me up to high 40s. But I
Yeah,
got
as soon as
greedy and
As soon
Yeah.
as you finish, me and my brother, please leave. Please leave.
Yeah.
Please leave.
Yeah, I found the Irongol like right away in the volcano on the first spike tile, the fire tile, and took a party grind basically to like high 20s, and then got the black belt to 35-ish, and left and figured fiends and Warmech would get me to 42, which they did. But
Yeah.
I dirtled around really hard putting off going to Earth, and I shouldn't have.
I last locationed it, so
Yeah. But yeah, I went through, like, Warmech wiped out everybody but my black belt, and so like that got me to 42, and then I went to Ordeals and didn't have the cleanest pillar maze, to say the least, and saw the lobsters with glands and saw the ribbon and was like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna reset out of this. I don't care enough to walk this all the way out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, free enterprise flags, man. These things are fun.
yeah, I feel so tense by the end of them. I was just like shaking. It doesn't help, that, like it's time for me to eat lunch and I'm hungry, but like I feel like adrenaline, like hyped up, like I'm shaking over here, just like hoping I don't. I mean, like so many times, especially in the SG Live tournament, even Fall League, where I would come so close to like hitting exit or something, just like one misclick away. I very much felt that kind of nervous energy on this. So I was worried that last locationing Earth was going to be the thing that did me in.
Because I did it too. I think.
Yeah. I was assuming you would go there first.
Well, I wanted to, but I was like, well, all the fetch quests, I was like, let me just check this. And then, like, every fetch quest I did turned out to be something worthwhile. And then I was like, well, and then I found the key in Marsh. And I was like, what are the odds that key is in Marsh and Rod is also linked to Earth? I was like, they can't, it's not in the same seed. And sure enough, in the same seed.
It was funny because you did your grind really early while Groggy did all the incentive checks and turn-ins, and then started doing kind of his grind and orbs, and then you did the opposite. You did your grind early and then did all the incentives and everything, and then you just both converged on Earth practically at the same time. Like, did all the other things in different orders, and then both just ended up at Earth, like one floor apart, doing the same thing, which, given your agreement to Batroom Party Dance, that double dip was real nice. Appreciated that.
I'm glad I threw in the specific has to do it more than once if you go back more than once.
Yeah, I did have to walk back. I forgot. Like, I was halfway to Vampire. I was like, oh crap, I gotta go back.
Yeah. A few vampires seem to pay for your frustration. It's fine.
Yeah.
But we had lazy dwarves. Yeah, there's all the like the hallmarks of like this seed could have been routed really, really efficiently, and it was not on my end. So, this was fun. I'm curious to see like the evolution of free enterprise, to see if we start out with one character and then like sort of like the Final Fantasy IV, where you find your other party members either with the fiends or at key item locations. Now that we have that functionality,
it'd be worth trying, I think.
Yeah, get a little bit more in the spirit of free enterprise. But congratulations, Greg. I think you take over like my 16th place or whatever I am.
Yeah, whatever your spot is, it's mine now.
Yeah.
For me, this flag set was very intentional, because like you smoked me every time we practiced in the Fall League run up, so I was just like, listen, if I'm gonna do this, I might as well like try and do it on his home turf.
Yeah, it's the flags that I haven't practiced in like a month and a half. There's no way I was doing a practice for these. Like, if I'm racing, if I'm running a seat, I'm either doing like a pickup race or a bingo thing.
Yeah, for what it's worth, 2 of my 3 practices ended in me rage quitting after I had like a fiend bane my like level 50 black belt or crack me through a ribbon or something.
Yeah, that's why I don't.
They were not
practice.
productive practices.
That's why I don't practice.
I was gonna say, this is where I could point out, hey Caleb, all those pickup races you could have ran these flags.
Yeah, that does. Yeah, doesn't. We got Duck Derby flags to test.
the ethos of this Center for Competitive Forfeiting is never practice, so that way we can forfeit more efficiently. Time to forfeit is the metric we've been using.
Yeah. And this is pretty good. I was the last person to forfeit, so I'm the winner.
So you really won. Congratulations. I'll give you your spot back.
We got to get on Gouda to get the Irongol stuff up to date. I think he's got maybe like another Rumble planned or something soon.
Yeah.
But
yeah, excited to be throwing my hat in the ring for this. It's something I've been looking at for a while, and this will be good. Tide us over until the Chaos Rampage tournament in like January, February, and then leading into the spring tournament. So
yeah, I think you picking these flags that everybody's sort of familiar with following the Fall League is good for Irongol, because Irongol has got a little sort of like, not a reputation, but like a stigma of like challenging sort of like rake you over the coals difficult flags, and they don't need to be. Like, they can just be fun, goofy flags. Like, not even like these aren't goofy, but like we've done basically vanilla-ish first to kill lich races. Like, they can be anything and everything. They don't have to be hardcore challenge flags.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Cool beans. Well, GG on your win, Groggy Dog.
Yeah, thanks, man. You too.
And thank you, Danny and Fizzle, for doing commentary, and Chadbert, our senior intern manager, our cybersecurity expert for the Center for Competitive Forfeiting, doing the tracking. We're trying to get Rubes in here, our security officer, but he unfortunately has a lot of stuff going on right now, IRL, so wasn't able to show up. But hi, Rubes, if you're out there watching.
All right, I guess with that, we'll move on to final thoughts. We'll start with Groggy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, super excited to be doing this. If you're a beginner and interested, come check out the Discord, check out my website. We got a lot of stuff going on. Thanks to everybody. I'm really glad we did this.
Caleb, final thoughts.
Yeah, I want to echo what Groggy said. If you're new, you're out there watching this, checking us out on YouTube, check out the website, FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. Join the Discord. We got the Duckling Boot Camp is just underway. It's not too late to get caught up and get spun up before the Duckling Derby in January. A series of 4 races with all the new players. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. So join the Discord and come hang out with us.
My partner in crime, Danny, final thoughts.
Just GG to Groggy on not only winning, but winning your first Irongol race. That's big. Good job, you. We're proud. And to Caleb, it was honestly a lot of fun to watch this race. I really like free enterprise flags, so I always think they're fun to play, to watch, and this was a lot of fun to be part of. Thanks to Chad for doing tracking, Fizzle, like he said, being my partner in crime today. This was a lot of fun. Big thanks to SpeedGaming for having us today, and while I'm here and people are listening, unfortunately, to me talk, I'm going to just say a couple things are on the schedule this week. Tonight at 10 on RPG Limit Break is Duck Derby Boot Camp, the reveal for week 2. So if you're new and you're interested in playing, like Caleb said, great time to jump in. That's tonight at 10. It'll be explaining the flags for this upcoming week for the Duckling Weekly. And we're starting back our weekly races this week. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock is our weekly Randomania race, and Thursday at 10:30 p.m. is our weekly SG race. So, yeah, if you're interested and you want to play, come join the Discord and we can help you get started. You can join the races. If not, if you just want to watch them, join the Discord and get yourself a shiny new spectator tag or role, and we can just tag you when we do races and you'll know when all they are. Never miss a race again.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us this morning from the Final Fantasy Randomizer community. Until then, we'll see you next time. Have a good night, everyone.